Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll. This is your Altadena October real estate update. Happy Halloween to everyone out there. Altadena is a great neighborhood, not the cheapest neighborhood, but when you look at it compared to like Pasadena. So basically, Pasadena is here, right? Sits on that northeast side above downtown LA. Well, Altadena is the town right above it, just on the north side. And it's still an amazing area, great neighborhood, great schools, low crime up there. And you're going to get a little bit of relief off the pricing of homes, right? About 250K, give or take on the average home sale price, even more if you look at the homes that are pending. But great little area. We're going to run through everything you need to know as far as what's going on in the game right now in real estate, current numbers, month over month, year over year. We're going to check out everything going on. End of the video, we're going to break down a few homes that have caught my eye where we try and find you some value in the neighborhood. Let's go. First things first, we're going to jump into the current numbers in Altadena so we can get just a climate if you're a home buyer, kind of giving you a perspective as far as what's available, because there's 34 homes available on the market in Altadena. That's been a pretty consistent number. We've been sitting in the 30s for many months over if you've been following along. Of those 34 homes, we've seen 7 do price drops. So that's 21% of the market right now has seen price drops. If you're not following along with other neighborhoods, that's not extremely high. It's just the reality of the real estate game right now. Rates are still crazy high, so we don't have as much buyer demand as people would like. So those sellers who have been sitting for a while are being forced to drop the price to try and move on with their lives. So 21%, believe it or not, is not that bad. And it's not just, so like neighborhoods going under, so everyone's got to drop their price, they can get out. That's just not the situation. They're just not the buyers being able to afford, especially Altadena is up on the higher end. It's not La Cañada or Silver Lake or Pasadena, but it's that next tier kind of sitting just above Eagle Rock or Atwater. Minimum price to get in the neighborhood, not a lot of houses you'll see available under $1 million, but we do have one available right now for $849,000. We're going to talk about that home at the end of the video. Top end right now, $3.498 million. Our average home sale price right now available for sale, $1.565, $134. Now, if you've been following along, that's $250K under our normal average for the price. We've typically been seeing over 1.7, over 1.8 on that average price, but we do not have any $5 million homes on the market right now. We just mentioned 3.498 is our top dog. And we've seen $5 million houses on the market consistently throughout through the summer months. So that's why that number is probably being drawn down the most. That's a big jump, right? A $1.5 million top pricing mark is what really affects that. Days on market, we're staying consistently in the 30s. For Altadena, it's at 32 right now. We've seen 34, 30, 32. Keeping our eye on that number. That's the number you kind of get a strong perspective of where more price drops are coming. And this number is kind of staying consistently in the 30s right now in Altadena. We take a quick look into October 2022. 32 homes sold at 103% clip. So what that means is 3% over the list price on average. If I'm a home buyer, that's a good number to watch because it gives me a perspective as far as maybe where I should come in with my offer with the anticipation of hopefully getting it accepted. If I'm a home owner, that's one of the metrics that I will look at to see if my home's appreciating. That's going to be more relevant to what happened last month. And we're going to jump over to that now. Probably won't get back to 32 for October this year. 34 homes on the market. Just probably some year over year declines coming. But we'll touch on that next month. Let's see what happened last month. Now, as the winter months roll forward, in almost every real estate market, you're always going to see a little bit of decline in action. For a couple reasons, right? Obvious reasons. Number one, if you have a family, you're more, likely to move during the summer if you're moving kids because you want to get them settled in before school starts. Secondly, you see things slow down. We have a lot of holidays in the winter months, right? We're doing Halloween this month. We're going to jump into Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So it's a little bit more inconvenient to be making those transactions. But we saw a 32% decline month over month. We have 22 that sold last month at 106% clip. So we're at 30, 32, and now we're down to 22. So we lost 10 off our progression, 32%. 106%, so 6% on average over the list price. That's the number to keep your eye on. That's a consistent number. And Altadena, so if I see a home, let's say available for $1 million, I know likely the smart offer, if I think there's going to be attraction, is to do it for $1,060,000. If it's a $2 million house, 2.12, right? So 6%, that's kind of the number in my head. If I'm looking and let's say I qualify for 2.125, right? I know I can't be looking at homes at 2.125. I could probably only be looking at homes at 2 million. So just a number to kind of keep in mind as you're going out and putting offers. Need help searching in the neighborhood, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Minimum side last month, we had a home sell for $490K. It sold right at the list price. That was a complete project. You're not going to get into anywhere on the east side for less than $500K. So anytime you see that price point in this market, that's definitely a project, rebuild, full reconstruction. Top end, we did have a sale for 3.6 million. It sold 101K over the list price, so it was listed for 3.499, sold for 3.6. I know 101K seems like a lot, but if you look at it from a sense of a $3.6 million house, it's only about 2 to 3% over the list price that home sold. Average home sale price last month was 1.481, 169. Days on market was 15. You're always going to see the days on market for the homes sold much lower than the ones that are sitting, because a few homes always will come onto the market, do one open house that first weekend, get the offers and sell. An absolute dream for a home seller and a real estate agent. September of 2022, 28 homes sold, 104% clip, right? So you see some consistency, right? 3, 4, 6% on that average above the list price. So that's kind of the range I want to keep in mind if I'm a home buyer out there. 21% decline year over year. I know that sounds terrible. Not actually. We've seen 67% in Atwater. We've seen a lot of 30% throughout the east side. So 21% just is what it is. We just, one of the issues in the real estate industry right now is the lack of inventory, which is obviously going to affect home sales. But let's go to homes that have caught my eye and see if we can find some value out in the neighborhood. Homes that have caught my eye. Here's what we're going to do. First off, we're going to break down the entry level. What's the minimum price to get into the neighborhood? For any of you that are adamant, I want to get my kids into the school district, but I can't really afford the 1.565 million average price. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get to PK's top pick. That is a value play. I let the numbers speak to me. I want to find you value, especially when interest rates are north of 7.25, 7.38, 7.5, some cases 8% I'm seeing on the market right now. So I'm going to try and find you a value play, because you've got to find a home that has strong stability to appreciate so you don't fall underwater on your loan and things go north or south. And then we're going to talk about the top dog. What's the ceiling look like in the neighborhood? So let's start things off with the entry level position. So last month, little update, 373 Poppy Fields. That was that $700K small home. We hated the price per square foot. It was $1,842. That's a crazy high price. That is pending, so I don't know exactly what it's sold at, but it's pending right now. We're going to keep our eye on it. There's a record number of pending and under contract homes going off the market. So if you're somebody who's made an offer recently and you didn't get the house, another offer was accepted, don't give up all hope, because there are some opportunities of a lot of homes falling out in financing, in escrow. So new bottom dog right now in the neighborhood is 3565 McNally Avenue, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1172 square feet. It's listed for $849K, $724 per square foot. That's pretty solid. When we're looking on the low end in any neighborhood, I'm good with anything in the $500 to $700 range. The lot is humongous, $11,292. This home is on the market for the first time in 60 years. That's a good sign for me. That means obviously somebody who lived there, raised their kids, stayed there, and now they're moving on. But that means, it's not a neighborhood filled with crime. No one stays there for 60 years if it's a bad neighborhood for crime or anything else. So it shows some stability in the neighborhood. That's a reassuring factor for me. The house is a little dated and there's a lack of pictures. So I'm not sure what's exactly going on with the agent. Maybe they're working on doing that stuff. But it sits on north of Loma Alta, on that very top of Altadena. Nice area up there. Quiet. You will deal with some wildlife. There's some bears coming out the forest up there. But if you look at the pictures here, it looks like this could be a double lot. So I think there could be some real opportunity, some real value here If you're somebody who can maybe get it zoned to become 2 spots, and then you're balling. The comps realistically though are probably only 800K if you just looked at the home square footage numbers. There's not been any sales above 900K, but like I said, that potential, it looks like you got 11,000 plus. As far as the lot size, maybe it's something where you can build out an ADU, and then this becomes a gold mine. So definitely check it out if you're trying to get an Altadena for less than a milli. Let's jump over to PK's top pick. I do want to mention last month's top pick, September real estate update for Altadena. We do this every month, so subscribe to the channel if you want to get continued monthly updates. We do all the neighborhoods on the east side. But 3873 Lilith Canyon, that one is still active. It was listed for 2.545 when we talked about it. It's had a 150K price drop. That was that new build. What we loved about it was the stability of the neighborhood. Every home in that neighborhood is north of $2 million. So it shows stability, and it's a new build, which you just don't get a lot in Los Angeles in general. So good opportunity there. Go back to the September real estate update if you want to go check that out. End of the video, probably about 3/4 through the video. Look for PK's top picks, as you see right here in that video. But we're going to jump over to 1951 Mar Vista Avenue this month. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2630 square feet. Listed for under the average home price by 300K. It's at 1.2 million. So some opportunities there. $456 per square foot. Love that number. The lot is huge. 10,952. Huge lot. Great per square footage. Under the average price. The interior is not terrible. It looks like it was updated in the 1980s. So it could use some work there. But it basically sits, if you're familiar with Altadena, kind of like at Lake and New York Drive up there. But big yard. The yard hasn't really been established. But, they market it as a blank canvas. So nice yard there. You can do kind of a lot of things. I enjoy having a nice big yard for gardens, for flowers, for kids to play, possibly a jacuzzi, pool if you can get it permitted, things like that. But the comps is what's really attractive to me when I look at this house. These comps were all updated homes. But when you look at this, it says, okay, if I come in, live here, update this house, I have huge potential for gains, right? Because in the neighborhood, a 3-1, 1610. We're 4-3, 2630. This is a 3-1, 1610. So 1,000 less square feet, 1 less bedroom, 2 less bathrooms, sold for 1.7. A 2-1, 1122, sold for 1.25. And then there was a 5-3, 2941 that sold for just over 1.6 million in the neighborhood. So there is potential. You come into this house, you live there for a while, nice neighborhood, right? 60 years at the place, good lot. If you're willing to put in the work over 5, 7, 10 years, you're almost certainly going to get a house that appreciates, barring our entire economy collapsing. But we all will deal with that if that happens. Anyway, let's finish things off with the top dog. We're going to skip over the top dog because we talked about it last month. I don't want to be repetitive, but 1661 East Mendocino, it's still active. It's had a 100K price drop, so it was at 3.598 when we talked about it last month. Now it's at 3.498. It was the one that had the 140K in upgrade, so very beautiful home sitting over up by the Altadena Country Club, over 29,000 on the lot size. The weird thing about this home is that when you look on the MLS is where real estate agents, basically it's Zillow for real estate agents with a lot more information, right? But they did a price drop, but on the site it's showing the price increase. So I think that's a mistake on the MLS side, which might be kind of hurting the agent. So if you know somebody who knows the agent or selling this house, or if you're selling the house, make sure you take a look at that and get that corrected, because price drops kind of entice people right now. Price increases are a weird kind of throw off. But we're going to go to the second tier right now. We're going to go to 628 Wapello Street, 9 bedrooms, 11 baths, 9,555 square feet, listed for just under 3 million at 2.999, 999, $1.36 million price drop. Insane. That is a huge price drop. $313 per square foot now. One of the lowest I have ever seen. I haven't seen anything in the 2s all year. So $313 might be the lowest you've ever seen. That's not common. Typically, you get up to these $3 million price point in most of these neighborhoods. That number is 1,000, but they've dropped it down to $313 with this new price drop. $13,459 the lot. Very storyteller description, and this place looks like a freaking hotel if you look at the pictures here. But can we change the carpet? I mean, this looks like when the first Queen of England lived there. We're trying to sell a house for $3 million. You tried to sell it for $5 million. Like, take that carpet out. There's nobody in the world. I'm not even a huge stylist guy, but I could tell that carpet's dated and terrible. Then there's this jail cell porch that's very weird as well. That's got to go. A lot of junk in the photos. So there could be some work to be done beyond just lowering the price and maybe doing some upgrades to this home. But we'll keep our eye on it. I'll keep you updated next month. We'll see if they do anything to improve the quality of the home, or if they get a home buyer. The problem a lot of times right now in the $3 million range is a lot of people can't finance at that price point. So you're mostly trying to attract cash buyers, which is about 33% of the market right now. So we'll see if they get any action. I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching the video. We do this every single month for almost every neighborhood on the east side. We're doing Pasadena, Silver Lake, Eagle Rock, Highland Park, Glendale, La Cañada, El Sereno, Cypress Park. The list goes on and on. So like and subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. If you're somebody who's looking to purchase a home on the east side of Los Angeles or sell your home, I am happy to help out with you. Reach out to me. You can send me a direct message online, or all of my phone numbers are listed. Even if you're somebody who's hesitant with 7% interest rates, that puts us in the same boat. It always helps to start preparing for future opportunities, because you don't want to miss the boat there. We will tread lightly. We will look for value, and we will get it done. I also do a ton of other videos. I get into the schools. I get into, the restaurants in the neighborhood. I get into the attractions in the neighborhood. I do some other fun videos like quick cribs. So once again, like and subscribe if you are so inclined. Have a great day. Be kind.
Yeah.